Hi everybody, it's Jennifer and welcome to my channel, and it's time for Friday Reads. So this is going to be lengthy and it's going to encompass a lot of stuff. So let's just go ahead and get going. I know I haven't been doing a lot of wrap-ups. I did some reviews about the Shakespeare I read in September, but I'm just going to tell you about a book I just now finished. It is... Sorry, it might be hard to read. It is Those Across the River by Christopher Buehlman. It was his debut novel. This is the third book of his I've read. This man named Frank goes back to this southern town called Whitborough because his aunt died and left him her house and some money, I think, and there's something going on there that's not quite right, and that's what happens. It's about what happens, and this one was pretty good. I don't know if I like it better than The Lesser Dead, but it's probably tied for my favorite Christopher Buehlman. I think it had a better ending and better pacing than the other books of his I've read. So yeah, that's what I've just finished reading. So what I'm going to be reading this weekend. I am doing the 24-hour readathon. It starts at 8 a.m. on Saturday. I'll link the details below. So I will be reading as much as I can between 8 Saturday morning to 8 Sunday morning. I typically make sure I get at least 6 hours of sleep because I have stuff to do on Sundays. So yeah, I'm not going to stay up the clock round if I can help it because I like my sleep. And so I'm just going to give you a quick glimpse of what I am reading. I have a few books that I'm currently in the middle of, and I've decided to work on those. So one of the books I'm reading right now is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. I'm almost halfway through this one. It's a pretty fast read. It's pretty short. So I'm looking forward to that. It's a book about firemen who burn books. And then next up I have Graham Greene, Our Man in Havana. It's about Wormhold, who becomes a member of MI6, but he doesn't really do anything. He just makes a whole bunch of stuff up, and then it starts becoming a reality. So he's like, what the heck's going on here? So yeah, I'm just starting this one. He hasn't really started doing anything yet, so we have a ways to go. But again, this is also short, so I'm hoping I can, well, I'm definitely planning on finishing this one tomorrow, unless something happens. The next book I'm going to work on that I'm in the middle of is The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann. I'm not planning on finishing this one tomorrow. However, this is where I'm at right now. It's 1:35, and where I'm trying to get is where this little paper is, which is 367. So it's just over 200 pages. Well, 232 pages. I'm trying to get through in Magic Mountain, and I'll be about halfway done. And so hopefully I'll get this finished by the end of the year, and I'm getting a start on it now. Now, in between the novel reading, if I need a palate cleanser, I have a couple of things. I've got the short stories that I am working on because the autumn readathon that Mercedes is doing is starting tomorrow also, and none of those books I just showed you about are on my TBR, but this is with the short stories, so I'm going to get some of these short stories read while I'm doing that. And I also have, as per my usual thing I do, is I have some graphic novels. I have Monstrous Volume 3 here by Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda. I really liked volumes 2 and 3, well, 1 and 2, so I'm looking forward to 3. So I have that, and I also have, what are they called? Issues 2, 3, and 4 of Rivers of London comic book series. Waterweed, which is the most recent series. I think the fourth one is the last one. Oh yeah, the next series is on sale this month, it looks like. So yeah. So I have these to look at if I need something like quick and in between. You know, to break the monotony of my books. So that's that. So that is what I'm planning to read on Saturday, and then Sunday I'm starting up with my Autumn Readathon TBR. Now, since I have all of the books, that I'm going to read for the rest of October. However, it does not stop me from getting new ones. So I picked up 6 books. Well, I picked up like 8 books recently. So I wanted to show you what they were. This is a book I've already read earlier this year, but I got it from the library. Now I have my own copy. It is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I liked it a lot, but I thought it was a bit overdone. It's a little bit too long, and a good portion of the back half could have been not in there. But these 2 books here I got off of Book Outlet. It was on sale. This is Thomas de Quincey, Confessions of an English Opium Eater and Other Writings. I'm pretty sure this is just what it says. Apparently he was taking a lot of laudanum. It says laudanum here on the back, and I didn't know laudanum and opium were related. Are they? I don't know, but it says opium on the front and then it says laudanum on the back, so I guess I'll find out. So we have that. It's probably not going to be read until next year. And okay, so I got this also from Book Outlet. Thessaly by Jo Walton. It is the complete trilogy of The Just City, The Philosopher Kings, and Necessity. They're a trio of books where the goddess Athena makes a utopia based on Plato's The Republic and what happens when she does that. And so for Nonfiction November, I picked up The Great Dialogues of Plato, which has the Republic in it. So that is my goal in November, to read the Republic, so in December I can start on Thessaly by Jo Walton. What else I also picked up at the used bookstore? It is The Master and Margarita by Mikhail Bulgakov. I started listening to an audiobook version of that, but I couldn't keep up, so I wanted to read an actual version. Plus, I think the audio version was like an abridged play type of thing, and I didn't want to do that. So I have the book here, the Penguin Classics edition of The Master and Margarita. Next up, after Fahrenheit 451, the next dystopia I'm going to be reading is Brave New World. I've actually already read it when I was in high school and I didn't really like it, but I'm going to revisit it and see if I feel the same way. Next up is a little like treat thing that I found at the my favorite used bookstore, and it is the Portable Greek Reader, and it was edited by W.H. Auden, and it's got some really good stuff in here. Let's see here. It's got stuff from Hesiod, Sophocles, Euripides, Xenophanes, Heraclitus, Parmenides, Empedocles, among others. And it's got some really good like translations in here. And like I said, it's edited and it has an introduction by W.H. Auden. It's kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit run down, but somebody's tabbed it for me, and all it really needs is like a wet cloth on the back and maybe some tape around the corners. But that's good. And then last but not least, apparently somebody's doing a Moby Dick readathon in November, and so I got a copy. Moby Dick, it is the 150th anniversary edition from Penguin. foreword by Nathaniel Philbrick, the author of In the Heart of the Sea, which was made into a movie with Chris Hemsworth, which unfortunately I have not watched yet. Oh well. But yeah, the 150th anniversary edition of Moby Dick, which I will be reading in November. That is everything, you guys. It's what I just read, it's what I'm going to be reading this weekend, and books that I just bought. If you have anything you want to say about what I've mentioned in the video, or if you have something you want to say about what you're reading, I would really love to know. You're more than welcome to put something in the comments, and wish me luck on my 24-hour readathon tomorrow and getting through the Magic Mountain. All right, thank you guys for coming by. Bye.